Okay, this is an update on the laying worker hive. That top nuke there, or that top brood box there, has a screen in between it and a viable queen that's laying down there on the bottom to stop the laying workers from laying eggs and correct that. So I taped the sides so the bees only had this little entrance right here. So what I noticed is there's not a whole lot of activity, and that bee there looks like a robber, so that tells me that there's not many bees in there, or there's maybe a bunch of dead bees in there. Ah, there's one. Oh, you don't belong. So yeah, that looks not right. So it's been 1 week, so I'm going to break into this sucker and see what's in the top. What I learned online from the certified master beekeeper, that the shakeout method doesn't work, so I thought I would give this a shot. So we'll open it up and see what's in there. If it's a strong hive with lots of bees, which I don't think so, I have some queen cells next door here. I can put a queen cell in there and move that top deep off into its own hive again. So we'll see what's what. So I actually have my smoker lit and my hive tool on the ready this time. So here we go. Alright, so May 2nd, put this top on, and today's the 9th, 2017. So I'm not seeing a whole lot of bees right here. It's a beetle smash. Bam bam. It's like whack-a-mole, but it's whack-a-beetle. Hate them suckers. So like I thought, there's not a whole lot of population in there. I see a few bees right in here, and that's about it. They look a little jumpy too. There's something in there, I hear them. Empty, which that's the outside frame, that's normal. Empty, no eggs. Empty, no eggs, which that's a perfect egg laying frame. I see a little egg right there. That's probably an old one left over. There's all my wonderful drone brood. That doesn't look good. Looks like there's not enough bees to feed them and take care of them. Same thing, that's from the laying worker eggs. And the good news is I don't see any eggs in there. Try to get this in the sun. Yeah, there's nothing. Not many bees either though. Just a few. Beetle. No larvae. Bunch of hive beetles in here, so that tells me there's not enough bees to fight them off. I don't have any beetle blasters in this either, so that doesn't help them any. So here's a little worker that just hatched out. He doesn't look quite right. Or maybe he's a little drone. Right here. He looks a little deformed. I don't know what his story is. That is a drone actually. Looks to me like there's just not enough bees in here to take care and feed. Here's one trying to pop his head out right here. Just not enough bees in there. So there were a lot of bees when I put this on here, So I'm thinking they went out the side and either went back down in the bottom on the front, or they left and went somewhere else. So, well, one problem solved and another created, I guess. No eggs, no laying worker eggs. Also, there's no honey, so there were no foragers in here. There's another one that's a little deformed. He just looks like he's not all there. He's having a hard time. More beetles. Here's a guy hatching out right here. He's coming out to a cruel world. Right there's his head coming out. He's a poor drone coming into a not so happy hive. Blank, blank, no eggs, empty, empty, empty. But what I do see, if I look down in here, I'll zoom in on that. So if you look down in here, trying to lighten it up, there we go. So you can see the screen. A few bees from the top side, the bottom side looks pretty healthy. There's quite a few bees down in there. Yeah. So I think what I'll do is, since it's booming down below, we'll just combine this and let those bees work their way up to the top. I hate to hatch out all these drones, but maybe they'll do some good somewhere. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Notice I wasn't real careful with these because there's no queen in there at all. I suspect what may have happened is those bees, since they knew the scent of the queen below, they came out the side, and instead of staying with the top, they went right in the front door there, and that's why this hive here is looking really strong. That's my story anyway. There's a few. There's a few larvae, undeveloped, laying down there. Not a whole lot though. So while I'm in here, I'm going to check this queen out. Looks like we got 6 frames solid of bees. Pollen. Totally full of nectar and pollen right there. I've been feeding this hive a little bit here. You can see with the jar. We went through a spring dearth. Had a lot of rain. It was cold. These hives were empty. It was the strangest thing I've seen. Look at all that pollen. All we need is a good couple of frames of brood in here, and we know that this hive is fixing to start booming. There it is. Full frame of capped brood, larvae and eggs all around it. And a nice queen. She's here on the bottom. See if I can locate her here on the camera. Where'd she go? There she is. Right. Where is she? There. Is that her? Yeah. She's not happy with the sunlight. Gonna get her put back in there. Lots of brood. Good stuff. So she's right here by the edge. This is kind of scary. There. When she gets away from the edge, you take the opportunity and get that frame pushed up against her so you know you don't squish her. So that's another brood frame. All this is eggs in here and pollen around here. Nectar, nectar. And if I were making a split, I would take this frame here because that is solid eggs right there. You could pull lots of queen cells right off of that. Empty. That's honey and nectar. So these guys don't need fed anymore. I might feed them just because I'm combining them so they can work up top. Honey, pollen. These two frames are going to be empty. Yeah. Okay. There's some wonky comb there. That crazy stuff. I don't know why they do that. I'm not going to mess with it now. I'm hungry. All right. So you notice that frame that the queen was on was touching, so when I pushed this sideways, it doesn't clamp down. It was already together. That's real important. What I might do, I'm not going to do it today, but maybe next week, I'll pull one of these brood frames up into the top. That'll get them working up in the top one faster, possibly, if they don't do it. There we go, all combined. Make the note, May 9th combined. Remove the screen. So not exactly the results I was looking for, but there's no laying workers. So that's it. Thanks for watching.